Hey, welcome to the channel. Right, we are on our way to Garmon Dam, Sochi. We've got 2 or 3 things to do today. We're going for an appointment at 9:30. But I've got to pick some stuff up and do. So we'll go walk around the dam. We'll take an hour. It's what time is it? Why is it saying 6:56? It's not 6:56. So it must be 7:56. So I'm a bit tight for time here actually. It takes an hour to walk around the dam. My appointment's at 9:30. So right, so it's coming for 8 o'clock. Check. I don't know if that time's accurate in that. Is it accurate? Courtesy Freight Limited. Right, try to check the time. It's right, got it. It's 7:45. That should be time. So if I can get there, my appointment's at 9:30. Get there about, yeah, I'm a bit late to be fair. Should be there by 8. It takes an hour. It's more than an hour to walk around it. It's an hour and 10 minutes or so. So I've just got enough time. So go up there, go around it. Go down to my appointment at 9:30, park in Asda and walk across. So it might be that I just get there on time or just like a few minutes late or something. So I'm sure Aidan will be able to cope with that. Aidan does my eyebrows and everything like that. Yeah, I've used beauticians. Well, he is a beautician, but generally in the past they've all been female, but I came across him. It was quite a coincidence because I got a message from somebody on YouTube. Oh, my name's Aidan, I live near you or something. So I keyed in his name into Google and it came up, but it was a different one. So and it turns out he's a beautician. It was like, oh right, so I found one. Because the lady that was doing it in Bannockburn gave up her business, and this other lady started doing it. I don't know if I was really all that keen on her. She did my eyebrows, and I didn't really, and I wasn't happy with them, and she didn't. But basically, it's how you handle with complaints in business. A lot of people are maybe some people may be testing you to see if you're a decent person. So, you know, I don't think she sort of failed really, I suppose, but good luck to her anyway. But so anyway, I found somebody else. You know, good luck to her. I would never really want to. Well, I do. I don't want to like criticise people too much when they're trying to make a living. So, right. So we're in the white car. Try to use that. It seems to be running well. We need to get using it more. Get it opened up. So last night I got myself, well, you've got to watch and not go into too many negative don't want to go into battle with people about anything. If you find yourself doing that, like I found myself last night, and it was Craig Houston. For some reason or another, I seem to be drawn to his videos, and then I become sort of unbelievably frustrated because he won't communicate with me. So he'll say things, and because I don't agree with what he's saying. So what I discovered last night, he actually does. He deletes my messages. I sort of found that out last night. But to be fair, I have been slagging him up quite a bit. So I don't know whether he's came across that. So it's basically when it's on the trans kind of thing. I just can't believe how stupid he is. Actually, that's really. I suppose when you're getting into politics, I personally don't think he's going to last 5 minutes or even. What the fuck's going on here? Why are you braking? You know, you don't brake when there's like hazards ahead, because you're just sort of going to cause the hazard. Be confident. You know, I thought they were turning off. So basically, he goes on about. Basically, it's when you go on about things you don't really know anything about, and that's what he's doing. But he's got he's quite popular. It's like 70,000 since he got arrested, and since he became the leader of the Scottish, what is it, SDP, Scottish Democratic Party. Well, he's failed right there, democratic, because he's not behaving in a democratic way, not even remotely. I think he kind of looks like a sort of daddy incel, Captain Incel, where he's like bitter people agreeing with him. And if there's anything that doesn't, so he says things like in the video, it'll say, "Let me know in the comments what you think." So I'll let him know in the comments what I think, and he deletes my comment. So he just, that's like, so what I've started doing for that, from my point of view with my videos, is I don't delete comments now. I used to block people because I was too sensitive, and that's because I didn't know how to deal with people, right? I hadn't worked it out, and I hadn't Duncan Hill Limited. I hadn't worked it out. So what I do now is I won't delete your comments. If you put stuff on my videos and you want to critique me or what I'm saying, well, basically what I'm saying is I won't delete your comments. I will delete them if you start talking about anything about underage something, right? And that's when I delete them, right? And I think that's a good practice. But apart from that, but if you're going to be a total, if I believe that you're being a complete twat, right, I'll get the computer to answer it. And that's because I don't really see any way forward. You know, you're just at it and you're just out there to vent or whatever. So I don't delete comments. Well, I have got a thingy on it that they go into a folder if they're abusive. So maybe that's what happened with me, Craig. I don't know. But I write things quite well when I'm doing it. I sort of think about it and then rearrange it and everything. And I think, without being so big-headed, I think he's intellectually retarded. Craig is, yeah, but he's sort of doing quite well. So maybe I'm jealous. Well, I'm not really jealous, but he's doing a lot better than I am anyway. Yeah, I mean. But I don't think it's for the greater good what he's doing. But I mean, that I don't think so. No, because you have to have a certain level of understanding of democracy. So what he's doing with this J.K. Rowling thing, and so he was talking about this trans prisoner, right? And I wrote up a bit about it, and I posted it, and it's gone. I don't know where it is. Anyway, it looks like he's deleted it. But so it's fine. So you've got to remember, don't have to engage with people if it's not working. Don't, so back off. So so I watched my videos about being stoic. Don't get angry with people, because they're controlling you if you. So I'm not angry with him, right? I just think he's wrong in so many levels, and so I've got a bit of an understanding about this prisoner that he did a video on, right? So her name is Paris Green, and I met her. I'll talk about her when I do the live. I've brought my little box with me, so I wasn't sure if the signal would be alright up. I don't even know if there's enough data on my phone, but I thought I'd do a live stream round the dam. Anyway, I met her in 2010. Paris Green. This is now 2025, so it's 15 years ago. So I met her through a friend in Kirkcaldy, and we went out to a nightclub or something. At that time I wasn't drinking alcohol. I went about 10 years without drinking alcohol, so I would have been drinking Coke or whatever. As far as I can remember, I certainly, if I had to, I did start drinking again, but I think it was after that. It was about 2015 I started drinking again. So we went out. She was considerably younger than me. At that time I was mid-40s. She would have been late 20s, early 30s. So what's your point, caller? Right, try and get on with it, will you? So we spent the night together, right? Whatever that means, right? In this room, in this mutual friend, we'll call her, flat. And I just thought she was a bit of a nutter. Wasn't anything happened. We just stayed the night there, and she was presenting as female at that time. Had a female name, looked female, seemed female. Clearly was a transsexual, more than likely. So, but at that time she hadn't had the operation. So a couple of weeks later she messaged me, and well, look, I don't take illegal substances, she was, as far as I could tell, she was doing that, right? So I'm a bit naive to that. I'm never really bothered with that, right? I've avoided it. I don't even smoke cannabis or anything like that, or weed or anything. So I decided, I thought she was a bit. I did take her back to her flat, which is in. Craig Houston talked about that, and he showed a picture of it, right? And that was in Glenrothes, and that's the reason I'm mentioning that, is that's where the murder took place. So a couple of years later, that's I met her, right? So a couple of years later, I heard she'd been involved in a murder. This is like 3 times this happened in my life. I've met somebody or known somebody, and for some reason or another I've gotten away from them, or the universe sort of met me up with somebody who's a bad person, right? Or on the other hand, maybe she was trying to be. No, I'm not going to claim that I'm a good person. Well, yeah, like it's happened to me about 3 or 4. I don't know about you. I don't know if it's happened. I don't know if it's normal. In my life, I've come across about 3 people who are murderers, right? And they've come into my life. That's what I'm trying to tell you, right? So, God, I wish you don't get caught for speeding here, because it's the bit between the 2. But I think it's still 30, is it? I can't remember actually. See, I said I don't even fucking know, do I? Right. So welcome to Socky. So we'll turn left here. Which one is it? I think it's this one. So I didn't want to meet her. She wanted to meet me. For whatever reason, I'm not exactly sure. So I decided, no, I just sort of ignored the message, or so I can't remember how I dealt with it, but that was before I found out she got done for murder, right? So what actually happened, what I found out was that she'd meeting this guy, I think probably for sex, I would think, and he'd been coming to meet, and she'd had this other guys there, and they killed this guy, right? Nice. It's an interesting place if you come here. There's like cars floating around. You'll see some interesting cars. Another thing you notice, the government are ripping off the people of this town because they don't spend money on the potholes, and it's a deliberate misuse of government funds. This is what I think Craig should be going on about, instead of going on about trans women going into female toilet, he calls them trans women, and he says they shouldn't go into women's toilets. The guy's such a moron, it's unbelievable. But never mind, right? So the whole fucking thing about this Paris, she got involved with these guys, they murdered this guy that came in to visit her. She did nothing about it. She didn't phone the police or phone an ambulance or do anything like that. That's how she was implicated in it. So she got jailed for life. Well, she's still in jail. This was a few years ago. But the reality, so really I've got a bit of an understanding of, because I've met her, right? She was quite, I would say she was quite effeminate. She was quite, like, see, I've worked in building and everything, I've worked in the motor trade and everything, so I'm quite physically, as a result, my son is 6 foot tall, and he tried to overpower me about 3 years ago, and he couldn't fucking do it. And the reason he couldn't fucking do it is because I worked in, you know, like physical jobs. There's a night, I've got a P-Reg, was it an 03 Golf? I worked in physical jobs, so I'm physically, so she was a total weed, right? And how the hell, I certainly wouldn't think she would be guilty of murdering anyone. But, so that's what happened. So she's still in jail. She shouldn't be in jail as far as I can understand. I don't think she should be in jail. Now, where's the car park? Is this the furthest one up, or is it this one here? This one. Well, the gate is open. Oh yeah, so it's 8:15, that's why. The last time I come here I had to walk up here. So she should be out of jail by now, but what Craig's moaning about is she's in a, I think he's moaning it. See, it's not quite clear what he's going on about sometimes. He talks about, it's like he does like a straw man video. He does a straw man video, so I think it's because she's in a women's prison, but it's not even clear she is. You know, I think she's in a wing or something. I don't exactly know for sure, and I don't know whether she actually got gender reassignment. So it's all these kind of things, but he doesn't want to talk about them. He just wants to sit there. He says such stupid things, and he's a head of the SDP. The guy's a total dumpling, is what I can see. The guy he's dim, right? He's not going to last in politics. Hopefully not. And a lot of them are dumplings, but he doesn't seem to have any go about him at all. He doesn't seem to understand. He just sits there talking like some thick guy in a flat in Glasgow. It does make me wonder about him actually. Has he got children? You know, this is the whole thing about it. They sit there going on about these trans women and everything, how useless they are and everything, but they're not really looking at themselves, are they? It's like, so yeah, Craig Houston is an absolute dumpling. You know, you can follow him all you like, but I suppose what we have in common is we're both, I'm British and everything, you know, and that's kind of why. So I would rather concentrate on net zero, ending net zero and all that sort of thing, than going on about women's toilets. I think it's quite vacuous, this constant problem with women's toilets. But we'll go into it later. See, the parking's fucked because they put a charging point in, didn't they? So we'll just park here and that leaves space for the disabled. What's that post there? Is that for disabled? Disabled parking. It kind of looks like it is, and the notice has been taken off it, doesn't it? Yeah. Right. So, rabbiting on about that. There's ducks. Right, so thanks for watching this video. Been rabbiting on about it. So we're going to walk all the way around there. We'll go this way. Anti-clockwise. It's started raining as well. Oh, I should have brought my brolly. I never brought my brolly. Bye!